Today is Wednesday, February the 10th. Going to try to keep this one short too. Let's update the McClellan oscillator, and you can see that we dropped just a tiny bit more. This is what we expected. The SPX, however, only dropped, well, it didn't really do anything, and it finished the day recovering from some of its lows off of the 8 EMA. Apple dropped a little bit. It's now forming this, I don't really think you can call it, this is a cup and handle. This is not a cup and handle. Usually cup and handles will lead to moves higher. And that's an indicator that's used by Investors Business Daily, that financial journal. This is not really a cup and handle, so we're probably in just a little bit of a channeling position. Still go long, still stay long. I wouldn't add here, but I wouldn't get out of it either. Z square, still rejected by the 138.2. Stay long. Either tomorrow or Friday morning, I roll my short calls. Now I have 240 and 242.50s that I've rolled for a long time, and they've made quite a bit of money. Am I going to roll them again? I either roll them or I let them expire and I buy more square. I don't want to be out of the square game, but will rolling them provide me with enough premium, pretty much guaranteed premium at this point, to go forward? But since it's only going to be about $1, I probably won't, but I'll wait for a move higher before getting back into square. I'll still have 100 shares out of 300, and those are covered with 265 calls. NIO are my 60, 63, and 65 short calls. The 60s are still worth $2, but they're really only worth 95 cents. So in the next 2 days, they're going to produce some really nice premium. I'll probably get to keep the 63s, and the 65s don't expire till next week. VERU naturally had this big pullback. It had to. It also had earnings today. So maybe there wasn't some good news about some earnings, but they also announced a new drug for prostate cancer, I believe it was. So keep an eye on them. They are likely to still bounce. Plug, not doing much. I added a new stock today, and it's PRNT. It is is it Carol Woods from AKT? A bunch of mutual fund, a bunch of exchange traded funds, and she's a bit on fire. So a friend of mine told me about, the excitement that we've seen in the 3D field, and we certainly have been looking at 3D in the terms of DDD. Look at that. So she's saying that 3D printing is all the rage. So I added PRNT. And let's see what it looks like. It had a little bit of a pullback today, but it sort of moved up nicely. Obviously, the right time to get it would have been right here. I'm finished, by the way, if you want to log out right now. I'm not going to add any more, but I am going to add the extension from here down to here. And you can see that we're sticking around the 238.2. Are these good Fibonacci's? Well, let's take a look. 138.2. Looks reasonable. It chattered around there, chattered around 161.8, certainly was rejected at 178.6, stopped at 200, then moved directly up to 238, tried to get away and didn't make it any higher. So now we want to look for it to continue that move up. But I would say that PRNT is probably a stock that I'm going to hold for several months and see if this thing on 3D printing doesn't pan out. She's apparently been a pretty hot stock picker last year, and she's the one who puts together the group of companies. Got about 50 companies in this exchange traded fund, but it's all 3D printing companies. They've got one on financial tech companies and others to take a look at. ARK is the name of the company. So go out and take a look at them. If you like exchange traded funds, I don't like it on a daily basis, but for long-term investments, maybe not a bad idea, particularly since this one is so nicely focused. Thank you.